Can we thank you so much for 100K, by the way. That is literally a childhood dream of mine, and now seeing the number, I still can't believe it. I don't want to bore you guys with my thankfulness, but just know there is a video on the way, but we got to get back to this one. So, can we talk about this? The new season is pretty fun. The runes seem to be bringing forth new playstyles, and with it came a level of depth that this game really needed. Finding out what runes your enemies have is actually an important aspect to the game this time around. Does their jungler have Predator? Better ward deeper if you don't want them to come kick your ass at Mach 5. Did they take Stopwatch? Pay attention before you greet them and are given the thickest of thummies. Maybe your top laner has Glacial Augment. Well, now you know who to report. I'm partially kidding. Whenever Riot stirs the pot, the meta opens drastically, allowing some characters who were irrelevant to creep their way back into the spotlight if only for a few patches, before they're swatted out of there and reminded of their place in the hierarchy of LoL. I'm sorry, my children, but if your skins don't do well, we'll make sure they forget about you. Riot Games 2018. And instead of complaining about a character that came out of the woodworks and is now dominating solo queue, I want to start this video off by saying Skarner needs this W. You may think Skarner is some mean-spirited crystal monster that thrives on death, but I promise you, when it comes to Skarner, there's more than meets the eye. And I'm not just saying that because he sounds almost exactly like Optimus Prime.
I miss my car.
It's pretty crazy, right? I'm saying this character is probably the saddest boy in League of Legends. Sorry, Amumu, but even when it comes to sadness, you can't be first place.
Aww.
Poor kid. I don't want to go too deep into the lore because Riot is currently in the process of rewriting everything. Today, Skarner could be a sad scorpion who lost his friends. Tomorrow, he might be a football player from Massachusetts. But just know that currently, a lot of his friends are dead and their souls are captive by greedy thieves. Lucian may be sad because he lost his wife, but imagine the pain of losing the boys as well. Skarner's passive are these little spire things that grant move speed, attack speed, and mana regen when captured. They're supposed to pay homage to Skarner's home, the Crystal Scar, which if you don't recall was the Dominion map. Remember that? Remember Dominion? Not only did Skarner's home get bombed and destroyed in the lore, but as an act of kicking the poor Scorpion while he's down, they literally removed the map from the game. His Q is the bread and butter of his teamfighting. It deals damage in a circle around his body and has its cooldown reduced every time he autos an enemy. Get ready to have a really buff ring finger because you're probably pressing this just about every second of the game. His W gives him a percentage max health shield while granting move speed that gets faster over the next 3 seconds, which adds to the fear factor of this character. He's not gonna dash at you, he's not coming over a wall or jumping, he's gonna chase you down with his 6 tiny legs and hurt you like the depressed serial killer that he is. Skarner's E is basically a death sentence. It's a skill shot that slows you for up to 50% for the next 2.5 seconds, and if Skarner hits you while you're marked, he gets an additional burst of move speed while stunning you for another 1.5 seconds. That's an entire 4 seconds of CC off of one ability that pierces, by the way, meaning if enemies line up, Skarner can run around and stun all of them via a claw haymaker. Now all of this seems relatively bad. Being honest, there are characters with more game-dominating CC in one move than Skarner's base kit, but Skarner's ultimate will make you feel like a chihuahua in a rich neighborhood. Skarner grabs you and takes you wherever the hell he wants for the next 2 seconds. Think of it as a reverse dive, where instead of a tank diving your delicious backline, it forces your backline to dive them. Also, I'd like to just state that there is no move that can make you feel like more of a bitch. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to be a dog in one of those harnesses? Well, imagine that while also being targeted by 4 angry monkeys. Whether Skarner is using it to pull you into turret, deal extra damage, or just suppress your screams while he kills your friends, this ability will hurt you emotionally. And physically, because as a carry that doesn't have QSS, this can make you go from a Greek god to a character from Viva Pinata. Except, I guess, take out the Viva part, because you gonna be dead. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Can We Talk About This? If there's something else you guys want to talk about, leave it in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to it. Also, I know face cam weird, but I did want to sincerely say thank you. You guys are awesome, you guys are super supportive and super wholesome, and you guys are the best community a guy can ask for, and now we're at 100K, which is a much bigger number than I ever expected, but at last, here we are, and we're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep doing everything we can to get better. I have a very cool video coming soon, but I have to go work on that now. So until the next video, I will see you guys soon. I love you so much. Thank you. Goodbye.